I have no idea. Sometimes it just randomly mutes itself like that. There we go. Sorry about that. Good afternoon. Good evening, everybody. Okay, that sounds a lot better. Excellent. So I'm actually still testing, trying to get the sound right. So if you notice anything about the audio quality that could get a little bit nicer, any ideas for improvement, you know, so if it's a little bit too loud, a little bit too quiet, whatever, just let me know. I really want to zone it in, make sure it sounds a lot less harsh than it used to. So, sounds pretty good right now, though. Good evening. This is going to be just a very chill, relaxing kind of stream. Not doing anything crazy, just mostly just chilling. It's Saturday night for most of the continent. It's still the afternoon here. If you will forgive the air conditioner blowing off some of my clothes that are hanging up to dry right now. You can still see that it's very much daytime out, but it's been kind of rainy, overcast, and I have a really heavy squat day tomorrow. I might even try a 1 rep max just cause. So I took it easy today. Went for a nice light little walk, not too far, maybe a mile and a half. Nothing crazy. I'm at like 9,500 steps. I might hit 10K today, which is low for me. I usually average 12 to 14, no problems. But what else we're doing today, so we're gonna go ahead and show y'all, is I have this tower computer. For those of you who have been around my stream for a while, you know just as well as I do that it would be really nice if I was able to play games and such on stream again. Well, this is the computer I did that with in South Carolina, hence the I voted South Carolina sticker right over there in the corner. Unfortunately, on the journey to get out here, the monitor that used to be with this computer got damaged, thanks US Postal Service. And I'm wondering if the same has occurred for the computer itself. It's been running very slow and randomly shutting down. So we're trying to play around with that. Otherwise, we're mostly just talking story, not really doing too much. It's gonna be real chill. I might play some RuneScape if I get bored with this. Otherwise, gonna kind of work on that. So we're gonna roll the event viewer up. Hopefully the snap-on will load this time. It hasn't been for some reason. Because I can't check the system logs to see why it's randomly shutting down. My guess is that the CPU is just boned. I think, unfortunately, that means you're gonna have to reinstall everything. So maybe we can get something better. Maybe we can't. Big Red Fro. Actually, you know what I could do? If I can get this to work properly, I could actually put the A&M game on here. Totally not sailing the 7 seas of Yarhar Fiddle DD, but you know, could do kind of a live react right here. I don't know if y'all be interested in that, but let's do one thing before doing another. Let's run the event viewer as an admin though. Maybe that's part of the problem. There we go. It's adding the snap into the console. So hopefully this will work this time. So one little diet hack I'm a huge fan of is these guys. Carrots are loaded with vitamin A. They're only like 30 calories a pop. And more to the point, they're really good for your eyes, which out here, because of the extremely bright sun, it's important. And it's also really good for your skin, which for me, if I'm gonna do modeling, that's important. E-Town in Kentucky is one big soup bowl, man. It was cold today. Yeah, it's starting to get to that point of the year where, I mean, it's barely in the South, right? So y'all actually have, y'all like Virginia, you have actual winter, at least at some degree. Sounds like Kentucky reliably gets snow at least once a year. The same cannot be said for much of the South, and certainly not here, obviously. It's, actually, this is, I think, the first day maybe it didn't top 85 degrees. It's been in the low 80s all day. Upper 70s, low 80s, because it's been raining. Okay. So we got an error here. It says, and yes, if you were wondering, this is my desktop background. It's the best album art I've ever seen, and the best album I've ever seen. If this surprises you, you really don't know much about my channel. So we have the snap-in is not responding. To return to MMC and check the status of the snap-in, but cancel. And the snap-in immediately. Let's try cancel. Let's see if we can check the status of it. Okay, so the event viewer at least has loaded. So let's go ahead and see if we can't figure out, get a system log. Try Windows logs, system. Just blank at the moment. Go in our moment. How are the Cats looking against Auburn? If you don't mind me asking. Oh, my mom's telling me what's happening in the game. Yep. Proud of my niece's band placed 8th out of 12 bands in Class AAA semis with a superior rating. They missed out on finals by 2 points. Darn. So his finals top... Wait, that can't be right. How do you... UK Auburn game is not equal to my eyes. Yeah. Peyton Thorne is, to quote a friend of mine and a friend of yours who is currently at the game, a donut. But unfortunately, Brock Vandegrift is not much better. Actually, Vandegrift's not bad. It's just he's not surrounded at Kentucky with the talent he had at Georgia, and now it shows. Sir Nicole, good to see you. That carrot does not look like cottage cheese and frozen berries. Yes, because it's only 4:30 here, and I don't want to eat yet because then I'll be really hungry at a little bit later. So I will have the cottage cheese and frozen berries because I need more protein. Right now, actually, I need to record these carrots. This is my third carrot. I'm telling you, great diet hack, especially out here, right? I love going and getting salad, but any fresh greens are either locally produced and therefore ridiculously expensive. I still buy them, but at a lesser degree. Hey, all right, the system log just loaded. Or they're imported, which means they don't last very long. Carrots, on the other hand, do last a long time. Top 6 in Class AAA. Wow, that must have been a logjam between 6 to 8. So let's go ahead and... Good to see you in here, though, Nicole. I know you've been a lot more active on the server, so I've just want to tell you I've really appreciated that. It's been enjoyable having a few new people kind of come into the server and make their own way. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and unravel the cable so y'all can see. Okay, so what we've got here is the system log. For those of you who don't know what the event viewer is, this is basically a way to see, hey, the computer crashed. Why did it do that? So let's see what we got. Today's 4/27. So what we need to do is find out service control, restart the service control manager, game input service. Okay, that's not a big deal. General, time zone information, refreshed with exit. No, time zone's correct. That's weird. All right, let's go ahead and filter current log. We want critical, warning, and error. And then we'll hit OK. Okay. Downloaded map service hung on starting. That's not a big deal. Server, Windows, game bar present server. No. These are all service control and distributed comm. Nothing that would NTFS. Nothing that would... There we go. The system is rebooted without cleanly shutting down first. This error could be caused if the system stopped responding, crashed, or lost power unexpectedly. So what caused this? It says NTFS. A corruption was discovered. Oh. A corruption was discovered in the file system on volume, so it's something with the C drive. Okay. That, I think we might have found our problem here. The exact nature of the corruption is unknown. File system structures need to be scanned and fixed offline. Now, let's see. Volume C needs to be taken offline to perform full check disk. Please run check disk F via the command line, or run repair volume drive locally or via PowerShell. So now I had run check disk and not had any issues. This did the same thing, so it's reboot. What caused that? Event log, unexpected shutdown, default permissions. That's from a week ago. Let's see what caused this. Kernel power, event log, distributed Kong, DCOM. No. See what other, do we have any criticals? There we go, another kernel power, event log. Applications do not grant local launch permission. No. That's interesting. So these are all the shutdowns, all these critical ones here. Question is what's causing them? It seems like okay. So what we're gonna have to do is run, it's the old corruption in the C drive gag. I'm gonna go ahead and run check disk again. It seems to me like this is working a little bit better. You know what, just to see. We pull up our file structure. Oof. Okay, yeah, File Explorer is taking this long to run. That's not a good sign. Local disk seems free and completely empty. Uh-oh. That's not good. Yeah, that should not be almost entirely empty. Oh, come on. See if the camera will adjust. It says here. Space free 3.57 terabytes, total size 3.63. That's a problem. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna go ahead and run check disk, and then we'll go from there. Hey dude, what's up? Welcome on in. And Nate Hawkins, good to see you. Welcome back. Very much happy to see you in here. How tight was your butthole clenched, given what Ohio State barely did today? Oh. Actually, Nebraska's like what, 5-3? They're actually not bad, but that was close call for y'all. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna run check disk. Now, specifically, was saying way to do this. It's something with NTFS, so we're gonna run PowerShell. No, we actually just do command line. Oh, it just redid itself. It should be check disk /F. Okay. There we go. See what it does. Access denied as you do not have sufficient. Oh, hang on. I gotta run command prompt in admin. Run it as administrator. Yes, that's my background, by the way. Hey, JJ, good to see you. Tight but gassy. That's how my asshole's been today, but that's because I had a shit ton of beans yesterday. Made this big old pot of Mexican seasoned beans. Right. Remember, food costs are stupid high out here, so dried beans are a staple for me. But, oh yeah, the gas is real. All right. So we're waiting on the perms, so we're going to go ahead and plop y'all back over here. While that's taking a sweet time just to load the admin message. Cabbage will do it. JJ, good to see you. And JJ Gonzalez, also good to see you. All right. We got more people. I guess this is a better time than my normal stream hours. I could start lifting in the afternoons. I'd really prefer not to because I can't use pre-workout at this time. Right, pre-workout's got a fair amount of caffeine in it. I do have a caffeine-free pre-workout, but I like to save that for during the week. I guess I could flip it. But I like having the added boost of caffeine when I'm talking to you guys. Okay. Windows command processor working through. But with regards to the stream time, how many people we got in chat right now? You know what? I can look it up. 9 concurrent viewers and a chat rate of 4. That's better than it was this morning. Still too small for me to make a big change, though. Oh, by the way, this is just an empty bottle. This is water, but at one point it was corn silk tea. Very good stuff. You can find that in a Korean market. I recommend it. It tastes like popcorn, actually. Okay, here we go. Check disk /F. See, we're running it now. Running it as administrator. What do we get in response? This is the longest this thing has run without crashing for a little while, so I'm optimistic. I count as 2 watching his TV, commenting on phone. Well, hey, that's very nice of you. I appreciate that. Mr. Hawkins, actually, you are from the great state of Ohio, and there is a great meme we had in chat today. And this is Ohio is. I hope you probably are aware that Ohio is kind of a meme state. For whatever reason, it's just Ohio is a meme. I don't know why it is, but there's a picture that's been going around that. It's a sign that says yes on 1, ban gerrymandering in Ohio. And right next to it is a sign that says stop gerrymandering, no on 1. That's helpful. What are y'all doing? Come on, okay, right, you can't, yes and no, right, they should mean the opposite of each other. Ohio, what are y'all doing? Check disk cannot run, this is volume is used in another process. Scale this volume. Type of the file system is NTFS, cannot lock current drive. Schedules volume be checked the next time the system restarts. Hit yes. Volume be checked the next time the system restarts. Okay. And now, so we're going to reboot. Hopefully that helps. Voted no on 1. They word it confusingly. Well, now, what? I mean, I'm no stranger to stupidly worded rules. The GOP would do that in South Carolina. Like, they would deliberately make shit they knew was not popular, but they wanted to pass anyway, worded really badly. And I'm sure in some liberal states, the Democrats did that. To its credit, Hawaii did not. There were a couple ballot measures on the docket for my poll, but none of them were. They were all pretty clearly worded. But Ohio, come on, what are y'all doing? I mean, I get you're a swing state, but like you shouldn't have the exact same message vote for both yes and no. Anyway, Bull, do you ever collect Pokemon cards? No, a long time ago when I was just starting out on Twitch, I actually streamed an old childhood game. It was Pokemon Crystal. I grew up on the 2nd gen of Pokemon. Okay, I was born 1995. So I am a millennial. I'm at the end of the millennial generation, but I am a millennial. Should have seen it on the voting machine. My eyes were crossed trying to figure it out. Goddamn Ohio. What are y'all doing? I will say, credit where it's due to Ohio. Definite S tier flag. But as far as Pokemon is concerned, I actually live streamed a Nuzlocke way back when. That was a lot of fun. I was born 92. So I think the millennial Zoomer line is somewhere. I've always heard, I've heard it. If you're born before 2000, you're a millennial. Which, okay, that at least makes sense on some level. although that makes it an 18-year generation. So I believe the earliest millennial was 1982, that's a long generation. That's as big as the boomers was, though. So if you want to call boomers 46 to 64, and then call millennials 82 to 2000, that works. I've heard you're a millennial if you can remember 9/11, which I certainly can because we were in the middle of a fucking typhoon. We were stationed in Okinawa at the time. My dad was. So definitely, for me, it's not really that I remember 9/11 itself. It's that we were under lockdown because a typhoon was sitting right over where we lived. We had slightly different concerns that day. No, 1978 means you're Gen X. You're Gen X. 1982 to I would say 1982 to 2000 is a millennial. I've heard Zoomer or Gen Z is... I've seen it as early as 93, which I think is bullshit, because then that means millennials are an 11-year generation, which is really small compared to the boomers or even Gen X. See, if you do 18 years, it works perfectly, right? 46 to 64 is the boomers, 64 to 81, okay, 17, is Gen X, and then 82 to 2000, or 82 to 99 is millennials. 97, people call me Gen Z, and I'm not the biggest fan of that. I think it really depends too on how you grew up. If you were the youngest child in a family and you were born in 1997, you probably grew up more like a millennial. If you were an only child and born 1997 and you were surrounded by kids younger than you were, you may have grown up more Zoomer style. 2410 Tigers, okay. Amendment 2's yes movement is getting steam for the DC PACs. They're spewing lies that public schools are indoctrination camps. Public schools are not indoctrination camps. Universities are. Public schools are holding tanks. They're effectively prisons for kids under the age of 18. I'll be honest. Sometimes you learn good stuff, but I'd say 75% of the time, and that's a very, very generous estimate, 75% of the time your child's day is wasted. Oh, who's your favorite Pokemon? That's a good question. Okay. Favorite starter was Feraligatr because I started with Totodile. Steelix is probably my favorite of all time. And it has nothing... I would never play with the best or whatever. Steelix is very simple. Onix, and if you ever watched the anime, which as a kid, even I did, we were stationed in Japan for God's sake. Onix, even though Onix is weak as shit both in the anime and the game, it's a fucking 30-foot or 20-foot rock snake. What's not to love? So, lo and behold, for Gen 2, Pokemon comes out with a 30-foot steel snake. It's an even better version. So, Steelix. Definitely fucking Steelix. Other ones, Tauros. I think the reasons for that should be kind of obvious, given the name of this channel. Muck, because Muck was super fucking trolly. Because you just use Toxic and then spam Minimize. And if you did that properly, you just sit there and wait for your opponent to die. It was great. Oh, really? That sucks. 'Cause I'm not a huge fan of the Dodgers, and I don't like the Yankees either, but Shohei Ohtani is such a gem of a player. I hate it when a guy of that talent goes down. Miltank was trolly as hell. Whitney's Miltank. If you played Gen 2 growing up, you know about Whitney's Miltank. Whitney's Miltank be trolly, to say the least. What other Pokemon did I really like? I never was much into legendaries. I always thought legendaries were kind of meh. Ooh, I liked completely useless Pokemon, but Delibird. I don't know why. It's a little Santa bird. It's cute. Delibird was fun. What other ones did I really like in the day? Oh, Pineco and then Fortress. Because it's basically, like, Pineco is half Pinecone, half Grenade. How do you not like that? Defense Curl doubles the damage. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think Miltank can learn Defense Curl. Maybe it can, which makes Miltank even more broken. Injured his arm, trying to steal second. Is it his pitching arm? I hope it's not his pitching arm. Scissor was cool, for sure, for sure. No, Scissor was cool. Magneton. Ooh, Electabuzz. I always liked Electabuzz. As far as like all the baby Pokemon was concerned, I thought Elekid was the cool one. Larvitar was cool. Yeah, there were a ton of really good Gen 2 Pokemon, honestly. Gen 3 was such a letdown that I stopped playing Pokemon after that. Yeah, no, Nate, yeah, if you're 1978, first off, yeah, you're definitely a millennial, or sorry, you're definitely not a millennial. You're a Gen X, because that means you right. In general, the best rule for Gen X is if you can remember growing up in a time without the internet, you're Gen X. If you can remember growing up in a time where the internet involved, you know what? I'm gonna play it for you. I'm gonna have to. I'll put it this way. This is actually a really good. If you can remember the following sound, hang on. If you can remember this sound, you are a millennial, not Gen Z. Yeah. So if you knew what that was without me telling you, you're at least a millennial. If you remember a time before that came out, you're Gen X. And if you thought that was a weird form of techno music, you're a Zoomer. That's the way I would categorize that. Yeah, the dial-up tone is funny. You should check them out. I've always thought about going back and playing some of the remakes. I know they did a remake of Gold and Silver. I'd be curious to see that. All right, I gotta know. I shouldn't check, but I want to. What's A&M do? Apparently we scored 21 unanswered, so yay. No, A&M will probably find a way to blow it. This is the biggest game Texas A&M football has played since the days of dial-up, 1998. So, yeah, we'll see. Okay, so check disc is finally on its way. Looks to me as though it is rolling right along. So hopefully we can get that fixed, and then maybe we can even watch a little bit of the game. Or at least I can watch it. And if that's the case, I ought to change this to sports. Well, let's patience, one thing at a time. One thing at a time, Bull. Dip a Zlip. Welcome on in. Thanks for first time chat. Welcome on in. Should hypnotize you sometime. You know, boy, it's been a couple of years. Oh, it's a very light, I would say, form of self-hypnosis that sometimes I do when I psych myself up for a set. Speaking of Pokemon and fighting moves, psych up. There you go, there's one. If you've ever done super squats, you almost have to do that, or you'll get crushed under that weight by rep 15. Speaking of, tomorrow's gonna be hard, like properly hard. I'm gonna challenge myself a little bit. 6 sets of squats, 2 sets of fronts, 2 sets of good mornings, 2 sets of Bulgarians. Fuck. 6 calves, 3 raider pulls, Romanian deadlifts, leg extensions, leg curls, paused goblet squats, and abs. Yeah, if you wonder why I look like this, there you go. That's why. All right. Bulgarian cheese, random. Dude, Bulgarian has some good food. They got, although, really, it's weird. Any food from the Balkans is like, with the exception of like, I guess maybe Romania, Hungary, Croatia, Slovenia, a lot of the Balkan food is all very similar, and they all, every Balkan country fights over the origins of the same food. Like, ask a Greek and a Turkish person where dolmades, and for that matter, someone from Macedonia and someone from Bulgaria and someone from Albania, where dolmades originated from, or dolma, depending on where you're from, you'll get like a million different answers. And that's not even talking about Israel, Lebanon, Palestine, I guess, Egypt, all the other Eastern Mediterranean countries. Appreciate that. Thanks, JJ. I'm working on it. Speaking of, that reminds me, I need to add in carrots, 90 slash, I think carrots don't have much in the way of protein, but let's see, how much food have I actually had today? 760 plus 660, that's 1320. This carrots is 1410. Okay, so 2,410 calories, and I've had 70, 148, 190 grams of protein. Wow, I'm actually almost at 200 grams of protein. That's not bad. Goblet squats are great. I will be doing those. I think I said PGS, pause goblet squats. So I'll take a 100-pound dumbbell, because there aren't any kettlebells to work with at my gym. I'll elevate my heels, and I'll sit at the bottom, way down. Like, those I do go ass to grass on. Or ass to heels, anyway. But, yeah, that one, I'll go deep on those. Yeah, Israeli cuisine, it's kind of like Hawaiian cuisine in the sense that over time, you have a shit ton of different influences that have come together and blended to make something that's very distinctive modern-wise. Okay. So, check disk ran successfully. We're going to hit... I need to update my password on this. It's no longer accurate. All right. Wait for the pins to roll up. It's loading slowly, but it appears like maybe we fixed this. Let's, I'm going to give it a little bit of time. If y'all want to see me squat, tune in tomorrow. 5 a.m. Hawaiian Standard Time, okay? That's 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. I'm going to be in a world of pain. Speaking of, if you guys think there's a better time for me to stream on the weekends, I'm open to the idea that I should. But I need that input, I need that sentiment to show up in my Discord channel. Because I can't... Right, I don't know when my audience wants me to stream. I can only guess at it. So if you guys are interested in seeing me do that, let me know. Same thing with AV quality at this point. I'm rocking with it. I've managed to get it, I'd say it's passable right now. It's not great. I think I could stand to improve it a little bit more, but it's a lot better than it was. It's not harsh anymore. I managed to throw a couple filters on there, and I think it sounds, again, passable, not great. I do have a Discord. It's, where have you been, Dip? Now, I don't know why, actually, Stream Elements should be posting the link. Yeah, the link's up there. Just type in !Discord and you'll get the link right away. Okay. So let's see see if Discord will load properly. Oh, you're brand new? I could have sworn I saw you throw a couple comments in elsewhere, but it's fine. Tell you what's weird. I've got over 1,000 people on my Discord server. Less than 1% actually show up for the streams. You got me as to why that is. I don't get that. 4th and 2 at the goal line. Why are you throwing at Cats? I mean, was it a play fake? Big Red. Like, if the Cats running game had been rolling pretty well, you want to do like a bootleg play fake, that would make sense. I could see it. Because if it's 4th and 2, you say 4th and 2 at the goal line. Is it 4th and goal? Or is it 4th and 2? So it's like the goal line is at, the first down line is like, I don't know, half a yard away or something. Okay. Steam subscriber agreement. Yeah, it's been updated. That's fine. We're going to let my tower computer work some of the kinks out. Seems to be working better. A couple other updates. Found a buyer for my old G-Shock, so I'll be selling that off tomorrow. That's going to be a nice little bit of change in my pocket. What else? Tomorrow, actually, I wanted to go hiking today, but it was raining, so I decided against it. Ooh, tell you what, Dip, if you're looking for a really good juice, I'll do sometimes is blend together carrots, beets, and pineapples. Thank me later. The buyer for what was it? So I used to have, before I got my current watch, used to have this bad boy. This guy, and it's been good. It's been useful as a indoor thermometer, but no, I got a good deal for it. I got someone making a decent offer, so I'm gonna sell it. Yeah, dude, this thing's a Rangeman. Honestly, absolutely rock solid, bulletproof watch. It'd be sad to see it go, but I don't need a second one. This Garmin gives me a lot more useful advice in terms of calories burned, steps taken, all that sort of stuff. So I'm cool with it. It served its purpose very well. I'm sure the next owner will enjoy it too. So there we go. Load you back in. I kept the original box, warranty card, all that jazz, so I'm actually able, I think I'm going to recoup the cost of this like 75%, so pretty decent in terms of resale. Oh, man, it crashed. Now, why would it be doing that? So just while we were talking here, it just went to black. So something's wrong. I mean, that makes sense. It was loading very slowly. Let me try and manually turn it back on, see what caused it. Just see a 1655 here, so look around the 1650, 1653 range. So I might not have caught it immediately. Oh, it's 4th and goal at the 2. That changes. I used a Garmin from a marathon training last year. It was so good. They're useful. When I did a century ride that was 100 miles on the bike, I used this. What kind of Garmin do you have, Nicole? I'd be curious to know. I used to have an old Phoenix. I sold that years ago. Got the Rangeman. Then ended up going with this. This is an Instinct. It's the Instinct 2. It's the Surf Edition. I like the color pattern. A little bit of white. My algorithm confuses me. I don't know why it would, but if you're new, definitely hit that subscriber bell notification dip if you want more. So that way, I mean, if you're in the Discord server, first off, agree to the rules, and then go to the roll select and grab the ping roll. That'll help you a lot too. We got a Forerunner. Which version? There's a ton of different Forerunners, so that's cool. Nice one, George. I was a very healthy, competitive swimmer. Gym buff in 12 years. I've been sick as a dog. Tick bite. Lyme disease. Wow. They have a cute white color. Interesting. Throw a pic of that on the Discord. I'm curious. Because I've been asked about this a couple of times and see what the difference between that and the Forerunner is. Squad. All right, let it reload. Yeah, Nicole, throw a picture of your Forerunner on there. I'm curious to see which one you got. Miss my old life, miss being able-bodied, bedridden, can't move, world travel, love life, nature. Look at you and see me 12 years ago. Wow, that's tough, man. So is there any way to recover? I mean, I don't really know how Lyme disease works. Oh, I don't think there are ticks here. There are plenty in South Carolina. I don't think there are any here. There are mosquitoes here, but they're much lower in number. Like, you have to go deep into the bush, like into the mountains here, to find any mosquitoes. It's really nice. Shitloads of them. Oh yeah. No, the worst state I've ever been in for ticks was Pennsylvania. Oh, dude, I love Pennsylvania too. They're very pretty. You get the Appalachian Mountains, Alleghenies through there, but oh, dude, Tick City. Autoimmune diseases in the nervous system, those are the problem ones. Holy shit, dude. Lyme lace usually is dormant in your body. Problematic, yes, it's really autoimmune shit that fucks you up. Damn. But does autoimmune disorders mean you can't, like, lift weights? It doesn't mean you can't train, do push-ups. That's really interesting. I didn't know. Let's see. Hang on a second. I need my passwords notebook for this. Wait a minute. No, I don't. It's not in there. That's out of date. I need to go. Oh, it shut down again. 265. Interesting. Yeah. A picture of that on there. I'm curious to see what it looks like. Disruptions in my brain control automators. Very severe form of that plus hypometabolic state. Constant neuroinflammation. Wow. ATP's fuck, can't position just sitting to standing without blood pressure and heart rate going insane. So what are you able to really do on a day-to-day basis then? Are you able to work? Are you able to, you know, create anything? Like, can you do heavy thinking tasks at least? Because then at least if it's nothing, if nothing else, you know, you could read, could become very well read, put it that way. I had one of my legs in like 8 hours. I flipped out, had doxycycline on it as hard as I could. Nice, that's smart. Yeah, that's really bad. I feel for you, man. That's rough. It looks like it's 3411 Texas A&M, and it does look like I am not going to be able to get this working on my heavy thinking task either. Was in PhD program. At least I have my master's. Well, but if you can't really do anything with your master's, if you're not able to do, So you're not able to do heavy thinking tasks. You're not able to do physical exertion. That really does kind of limit you as to what you can do, create. Can you do things like, can you do more like creative kind of stuff, like painting or art? Or is that also too much? Stuck in a flu-like state most of the time. Yikes. That's awful, man. Well, credit to you for tip of the cap for at least finding something you can do and staying productive. Because that's what I would worry about from a mental health perspective, is if you're inert and you're unable to really do stuff like that. I have months where I'm bedridden and can't move, 17 to 20 hours of sleep. Some months I'm better. Wow, that's fascinating. I would almost say, you know, I don't know if there are any research. Let's see, Sneer Levi. Okay, I'll look you up. I'm fascinated by this. Sneer Levi is a strategy and research analyst in media, communications, and culture. Research consultant. Masters in Culture Science at London School. Oh, wow. London School of Economics. Dude, you are fucking smart. That's, I don't know as much about communication from the fake USC. The real USC is in South Carolina. I have to throw you a little shade there. But London School of Economics is fucking hard to get through. Very involved in the research. Dude, that's cool as hell. This is what I love about streaming. You get people like this. Nate Hawkins, you coming in the other day, giving me really great content to talk about. Nicole, awesome, you know, talking about marathon running. Big Red, mainstay of this place. But Dip, you coming in, you're telling me you're working with fucking Nobel Prize laureates involved in researching the disease that afflicts you. I mean, that's just badass as hell. I love that kind of stuff. So what that is that's the spirit of humanity right there. This is philosophy time, right? I'm a huge fan of Stoicism. Stoicism is the fundamental principle is that you should not worry about that which you can't control. But let's say, okay, what if you are never able to cure your own ME/CFS research, right? Let's say your research, you work your whole life during that, and it's too late for you to get cured by it. But what you worked on is able to save 50 people, or 500 people, or 500,000 people, fuck if I know, from that same fate. In doing that, I mean, let's just try and put a calculus on that. You're talking about thousands of hours of work for every person. They become a more productive unit of society, and they too can then go and pursue something to improve humanity's lot. I mean, that is just incredible. So hats off to you. Absolutely love to hear that. This is some days you get streams where it's dead, or you get days where nobody really shows up, and then some other days you get really interesting people with fascinating stories to tell, or fascinating perspectives on things I would never even think about. I mean, why would I think about advanced stage Lyme disease? I mean, sure, I lived in a mosquito infested lowland area for the last 3 years. South Carolina, very much ticks you see in the upstate Appalachian foothills, but oh boy, do you ever see mosquitoes there. Which is, no, it's not Lyme disease, but it is Zika virus, it is malaria, it is a bunch of other dengue fever, I believe yellow fever, is that right? But you get the idea. So it's That's why I'm really inspired by people like Bill Gates. What Bill Gates is doing, I'm not trying to sit here and fucking glaze a billionaire because that's a bit crass, but Bill Gates is taking his fortune and putting his money where his mouth is. He wants to do the most amount of good with the money he has acquired. We can talk about whether or not his business practices were too harsh or whatever in the 90s. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna. That's beyond the point. But what Gates is doing now is trying to provide the most basic of protections for malaria, which kills millions. I mean, the mosquito is the deadliest animal on this planet. So okay, actually, Mr. Hawkins, that experiment, one of those experiments is being carried out here in the state of Hawaii. I believe it's Kauai Island, to the northwest of us here in Oahu, where mosquitoes have done a lot of damage to the local bird population because the birds, right, mosquitoes carry diseases that can kill animals, not just humans. And the local birds never adapted to it in the same way that a lot of Native Americans and indeed Native Hawaiians died off from diseases like smallpox. They had no immunity to it. But a lot of the local bird populations suffered from mosquito-borne diseases. By the way, here's a real irony. The fact that the state of Hawaii, and even before that, the Kingdom of Hawaii, had a Union Jack on the flag when it was the British that brought mosquitoes to the islands. I mean, I'm not saying it's the worst thing they've ever done, because it isn't. The British Empire did plenty of fucked up shit, but introducing mosquitoes to an island chain that had none, definitely an underrated fucked up thing they did. They didn't even know. You can't even blame the British sailors for it. So the way mosquitoes got introduced to the Hawaiian Islands is that British sailors loaded up water, right, to make the trip out from, I believe it was Mexico or somewhere in Central America, and there were mosquito larvae in the water. And when they dumped the water, the mosquito larvae hatched, and there you go. So it's definitely an interesting kind of look at it, but this is enjoyable though. It's the spirit of, it is that spirit of humanity, and you meet new people, you learn new things. It's very, very much exciting. But since we're here, let's see. My mom keeps blowing up my phone. All right. Apparently A&M is actually doing really well, so we're gonna indulge my beloved fighting Texas Aggies. Hang on. I'm gonna read more about Mr. Levi here. Translating social and digital insights into effective data-driven strategy for corporations, organizations, and governments. Digital media platforms and social networks, political, economic, and shape public attitudes, and foreign policy, and generate foreign growth in fields including diplomacy, communication, health advocacy. Interesting to me that you mentioned hypnosis and you work a lot with communications. That's quite fascinating to me. A bit nefarious, but very fascinating. There is, I think, a lot of overlap, I would say, between psychological, the way you say things psychologically, and persuasion and media and communications. And it's not my background. I'm an engineer, but it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. Oh yeah, it's bad. Well, I mean, frankly, the worst one of them all is TikTok, because it puts you in that base brain state, and it's Chinese. First off, it's Chinese social engineering. It is a concerted attempt by the Chinese government to damage the brain of the average American citizen, and unfortunately, it's working all too well. But let's see here. Yeah, my mom keeps blowing up my phone, and this is. She's very happy. So my mom went to Alabama. I know Alabama is seen as the the evil empire of college football, and they are, but I have a soft spot for the Tide. Um, but yeah, I have done my best, my absolute best, to stay away from as much social media as I can. And that's why I'm never going to go out of my way to make super flashy videos. I want to have something more substantive, even if it is drier and less interesting. It's less flash and more substance. It's less sizzle and more steak. But no, I refuse to do TikTok. I very begrudgingly have recently added an Instagram, but that's only because I do runway modeling as a side hobby, and it's a way for me to connect with more people in the modeling world. So, okay, fine. Let's have a look-see here. Yeah, I don't trust modern media as far as I can throw it. I like to read most of what I consume in terms of media, be that news or anything else, or listen to people talking like this if it's YouTube. I have a couple of YouTubers I really like, but stuff like that, because this is not the same amount of stimuli that, you know, a lot of conventional media is. So, okay, let's have a look-see here. How's A&M doing? 35-23, and we're looking at, oh hello. Oh, no way. Okay, hang on a minute. We have a lot in common. I like the way you think. Well, then the Discord's the place for you, because you can catch me there anytime. Oh, yeah, Wigman's not going far there. It's all right. 4 minutes left, and oh my God, A&M might be winning the SEC this year. Holy shit! Oh man. Okay, for context, for those of you who don't watch college football, Texas A&M is probably. Wait a minute, is that Marcel Reed? Uh-oh. What happened to Connor Wegman? That's not good. Starting quarterback is not playing right now, so something has gone on there. But regarding, he just came on for like one play. I got you, kind of like a little trick play. Anyway, as for Texas A&M, so A&M is a massive school. It is extremely large. It is very much okay. Ever since it was originally a small military prep school in a lot of ways. It was the A&M Corps Cadets. Huge World War II contributions. Actually, more soldiers came from A&M than pretty much everywhere else but the service academies in the 1940s. A&M only started allowing non-regs and women in the 1960s. Really didn't start to become more of a modern university in the sense until after the Vietnam War ended, so mid-1970s. Ever since then, as a combination of Vietnam ending, the massive explosion in oil prices and therefore the Texas economy based around it, and the subsequent rise in the population of, in particular, Southeast Texas and the greater Houston metro area, but the state of Texas in general, Texas A&M has become a huge university. But in terms of the football team, and yeah, that's a huge deal here. By the way, Nicole, I see you're a Gators fan. I gotta be honest, I don't like Florida, so let Billy cook. That's all I'm gonna say about that one. Tease you a little bit on that. But A&M has historically been, at least since it started getting bigger in the 80s and 90s, a horrendous underachiever, doing a lot and achieve a lot of high effort and very little like the amount of the results for the effort and money and time expended on that program is hilariously inefficient. I'll put it that way. No, let Billy cook. He's doing a great job. Actually, now that we've beaten Florida, it would be nice if Florida is actually good this year, because then that makes us have an extra quality win. But I don't think y'all are going to do that. Florida's schedule is fucking bonkers this year. A&M is somehow like not even the hardest team Florida plays. Florida's schedule is crazy this year. But for A&M, It was a very proud and very starved of success fan base. I think a lot of people really don't comprehend just how massive A&M is until they go there. It is a university of 75,000 students. This is a stadium. Kyle Field is a stadium for 102,000 people. It is okay. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Let's see what we got. No, Marcel Reed's still in. What happened to Connor Wegman? Oh man, did he get hurt again? He just can't stay healthy. The Florida thing I claim is UF because I moved to Florida when I was like 16. Fair enough. I mean, it could be worse. He could be a Seminoles fan right now. It's not going anywhere. All right, stay in bounds. That's cool. Take the points. Go up 15 with 4 minutes to go. LSU's burned all their timeouts. Yeah, you kick it here. 38's enough to win this, as long as the defense doesn't do anything monumentally stupid. I have watched this football team blow a 44-10 lead before, okay? In fact, yes, I have the ring to show I am part of the cult, but I am the class of 2017. The 2017 Texas A&M Aggies blew a 44-10 lead in just over a quarter to UCLA. Mathematically speaking, it is actually it is theoretically possible to not lose that game just by running the clock out every single time. The way A&M blew that game is actually kind of mind-blowing. All right, looks like kicker's coming out. This is a chip shot. Hopefully he makes it. Cross our fingers. Oh, Vanderbilt. Damn, they're so close to beating Texas. No, I don't like the Longhorns. No, this shouldn't surprise you. Come on, Randy Bond. 19 for 19, 26-yard attempt. This should be easy pickings as long as it's not a block. All right. There's a snap. Hold. It's up, and it's good. All right. Started hooking at the way end, but it passed through. All right, so that's we got a flag. Oh, please tell me LSU did something undisciplined. That would be informed for LSU. Come on. Oh, is he waving it off? What's the ref? The ref is he's just walking around. Oh, hang on. Is it on LSU? No way. Did LSU do something stupid? All right, I'm gonna put in a headphone so that way I can see. Oh, looks like it was like an offside or something. Oh yeah. The LSU defender jumped over the long snapper. You can't do that. Holy shit! So Reed came in and just demolished them. So let me get this straight. So A&M is now the number one team in the. Oh my God! They're the number one team in the SEC with a quarterback controversy. Fuck. Oh my God! This is amazing. That's really cool, by the way, Nicole, that you're running a marathon. That's God, if you were running that in Florida too, that's not easy. That is a lot of sweating. So 3 minutes 44 seconds, and A&M will be the victors of this game as long as they can hold on. Kickoff's in the back of the end zone, so touchback. So let's see what happened here. Oh, A&M threw a... All right, Nuss threw a pick. Second pick. A third pick? Bro, what is Nuss doing? Oh, Kyle Field is loud. Holy shit. can hear it through the headphones. It's absolutely freaking mental. Holy shit. Ooh. Alright, that's a good... Let's see here, we're going to edit. I'm going to change this to sports because we're watching this now. Save. Nice. Alright. Alright, 3 minutes 20. Come on, let's see a false start. If there ever were a time. 12th man, get fucking loud. Nussmeier dumps it away. No dice there. Let's see here. There we go. I had to tell my Discord, yo, A&M's doing this. Get in here. Nice. Holy shit. Oh, below 3 minutes. Short pass is not going to do it. Come on. Come on, 12 man. Grew up in Argentina, so training Florida was... Really? Okay, so now, that's interesting. So you grew up in Argentina, and... Oh, the stream just cut out. Oh, come on, come on. Get him, get him. Oh, down he goes, let's go. You didn't see him coming. Oh, Nussmeier just got flattened. Woo, 4th and long, baby. Boom. Down he goes. Oh, wow. Yeah, Kyle Field is rocking right now. 2 minutes left. Oh, they're calling. Yep, 2 minute warning. Wow. Grew up in Argentina, so so Argentina is not... So Argentina is very tall country. A lot of north-south. So if you're... Yes, Fireball, A&M is doing the thing. We're talking about it. Argentina, if you're in the northern part of the country, like bordering Brazil, that might get kind of warm. But for the most part, especially you go further south towards Tierra del Fuego, Argentina is pretty temperate. So going from that to Florida, that's a big shock. But Argentina, man, I tell you what, that is a country that knows how to cook meat. That's all I'm gonna say about that. The Argentina, if you ever get the privilege of someone from Argentina cooking you food from Argentina, oh man, they could grill up some damn good beef. Pedro, welcome on in. Okay. Good to have you. Dude, Fireball, this is freaking nuts. I can't believe A&M is actually... Okay, y'all, for context, this is the biggest game Kyle Field has seen since 1998 for this franchise, or for this school. A&M is just not historically this successful of a team. So this is... And this to have this be happening on the first... year of Mike Elko as head coach. I mean, oh my god. Just, oh my god. I can't believe this is actually happening. I went out for a walk earlier just because I saw A&M went down early. I'm like, nope, I don't want to deal with this. But glad I came back. Holy shit. Well, looks like this must be a Texas stream getting politics for... It's a Ted Cruz ad. Talking about sex change operations for kids and whatever. It's like, bro, this is the most low quality, basic culture war bullshit. I don't care about trans kids. Nobody cares. Bro, let's talk about the economy, man. Let's talk about actually things that matter to everyone. Right. Okay. Trans rights affect a very small sliver of the population. The economy affects 100% of us, or as near as makes no difference, unless you're so wealthy that you never have to worry about the economy ever again. But, like, come on. I don't care about your right wing. Oh, they're doing the groomering and what. I don't give a fuck, man. It's just political red meat for the base. Like, come on. It's elections. I shouldn't be surprised. Should not be surprised. I will say it's something really nice about being out here. Virtually no political ads because, well, it's already a foregone conclusion how this state's gonna vote. Yeah, dude, this is Mike Elko's first year. What this really shows is just how awful of a coach Jimbo was. We paid him $76 million to go away, and somehow that seems like that was the right choice. Holy shit, it's loud. Come on, let's see a false start here. That would just be beautiful. Beautiful. Turnover on downs. A&M has won. Oh, and he took a shot afterwards. Good. Only 2 sacks, but a shit ton of pressures. Yup. Dude, blitzing on 4th and 15, up 15. That is such alpha Giga Chad fucking grab the nuts, grab his thing and twist it energy. Jimbo would have never called that. That's so fucking ballsy. Up 17-7 at half. A&M scored, holy shit, 31 unanswered points. I mean, so yeah, this is A&M's fight is nowhere close to over because next week A&M travels to Williams-Brice Stadium in South Carolina at night, and that is a hard place to play. Oh my god. First 5-0 start in SEC play. A&M is winning the SEC right now. A&M is leading the SEC for the first time ever at this stage in the season. Okay, what's the crowd saying? God, Jimbo, how badly did you mismanage this roster? I bet this is just eating at Jimbo's soul right now. I wonder if they're going to play neck. There it is. Okay. Wow. Going into November, Texas A&M will be leading the SEC. Oh my god. Why is the LSU band playing right now? Oh wow, they just fired off the cannon. Whoop! Spirit of O2, baby. Oh my god. Wow. A&M is good this year. A&M is good this year. Oh my God, so they switched for Marcel Reed. Wow. So it's going to be a double-headed. Oh my God. So he switched to Marcel Reed in the third and it worked. Holy shit. Hullabaloo, connect, hullabaloo, connect. Goodbye to Texas University. So long to the orange and the white. Good luck to the dear old Texas Aggies. They are the ones who show the real old fight. The eyes of Texas are upon you. That is the song they sing so well. Sounds like hell! So good luck to Texas University. We're gonna beat you all to Chiggaroo-garem, rough, tough, real stuff, Texas A&M, and the stream cut away. That's disappointing. All right, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna be alone doing it, but why not? Saw varsity's horns off. Saw varsity's horns off. Saw varsity's horns off. Short. Hey. Varsity's horns are sawed off. Varsity's horns are sawed off. Varsity's horns are sawed off. Short. Hey. Whoop. Oh my God. Can't freaking believe A&M just did that. Oh man. This is all of a sudden just got to be a very good night. Looks like Colorado's in it with Cincinnati right now. I can't believe it. Texas A&M is really good this year. Managed to beat LSU with 31-6 in the second half. Hey, good to see you, Fernando. Welcome on in, everybody. Wow. I can't believe that just happened. Oh, it looks like, see what Coach Prime and the Buffs are doing. There goes Shedeur Sanders. Oh, he got away from one defender. Dude, you can't back up too much further. Bro, backed up like 30 yards trying to find someone like it was Madden. Hey, Fireball, how'd your Terps do? Fireball, a resident of the state with the ugliest and also most distinctive flag of them all. Jimbo is a colossal fail of a hire. I said that from day one being in Tallahassee when he left FSU. That's cap. That is such cap. Bro, everybody thought A&M made a great hire after the end of the Jimbo years. The only people I will be listening to hear from, if that person is an FSU flair, okay, maybe I'll believe you. But otherwise, fucking cap, shut up. Otherwise, it's bullshit. Everybody else thought, all right, Fireball, shoot, see you around. Actually, it is getting kind of late on the continent. It's only 5:30 here, so I might go down for a little victory lap around the pool, see if anybody else is watching college football down there anyway. This has been fun. As for my computer, clearly something is still fucked up. I don't know what it is, so gonna have to figure that one out. Got punched by Minnesota. Ooh, that sucks. Tomorrow I will be squatting, and I will be squatting heavy early. I will be 5 a.m. Hawaiian Standard Time, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. So, shoots. See y'all tomorrow. Oh, of course. What am I doing? As always, make good decisions, because those good decisions form your habits. Sorry. Make good decisions. Those good decisions form your actions. Actions form your habits. The habits form your values. Values form an ethos. Be the guide star through the rough waters of life. Much love, y'all. Come in for the hug. See you on the Discord too if y'all want to hang out.